بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما. اللهم فقهنا في الدين وعلمنا التأويل وعلمنا الحكمة. اللهم يسر ولا تعسر وتمم علينا بالخير. اللهم يسر ولا تعسر وتمم علينا بالخير. اللهم يسر ولا تعسر وتمم علينا بالخير وبك نستعين يا فتاح يا فتاح يا فتاح وبعد. So today they were starting a section on the Shama'il, and then I think the rest of the book is just Shama'il. So it's not really like a seerah in the traditional sense, but now it just has a list. And now it just lists out different parts of the Shema. He takes whatever in the narrations, like the kind of stuff you would read in Shema Timothy, and he makes it simpler in like modern language because this is meant for like a modern layman Arab to read. So you'll see that he kind of just replaces all those difficult terms that you find in things like Shema Timothy, and then he'll put them in like modern language. So I guess I'll start off with like the first paragraph, and then we'll switch off. And if Naz comes, then he can switch off too. قال الإمام الدكتور نور الدين أنتر رحمه الله تعالى ونفعنا الله بعلومه وبركاته في الدارين آمين. شمائله الخلقية صلى الله عليه وسلم. So الخلقية, we have like al-khuluq and al-khalq that we're probably familiar with, right? Al-khalq is like the physical form, and al-khuluq is attributes. What's the plural of khuluq?
أخلاق.
Yeah, I think sometimes like people use this to try to like teach to trick people because khuluq kind of sounds like a plural already. So like you have other plurals on that form. But yeah, khuluq and al-akhlaq. But here khilqiyya. So we have this is the what do they call it? The form like from khilqa you got khilqiyya. Um, there's a
It's for the
name.
mustard. I don't know what it's called, but
Yeah, you're right. It's a type of
mustard,
mustard, right?
or the meaning of the mustard.
Is it mustard sina'i or is that different?
I had it in my notes somewhere. I forgot.
Okay, I can't remember the name, but like when you're adding in this yeah and nisba. I'll look it up also. فيها تاء تأنيث للدلالة بهذه الصيغة الثنائية على معنى المصدر. فالمصدر الثنائي يدل على صفة في اللفظ الذي صنع منه أو على ما فيه من خصائص. Hmm. Yeah, like الحرية الإنسانية الوطنية. I guess this is that الخلقية because they were only adding ya mushaddada. That's the only thing that's being added to khilqa. But from al-khilqa we get al-khuluqiyya. Okay. Did you find anything about it or no?
No, I wasn't. I thought you had it, so I was like,
Well, yeah, I
oh,
think I think that's what it is. I think it's Masdar Sinai, but I would want to look into the other types to be sure. So he says Shama'il al-Khilqiyya sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So his what do you call it? Sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his uh physical attributes. What's the singular of Shama'il? Uh-huh.
Shamla?
No,
No,
'cause I think it's. I mean, if you follow the pattern, it would be like Shamila or something.
Jamila. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but like now I actually have it written down like every time we did a Shama'il work you write down this in the beginning and then I always forget it. So Shama'il plural of uh, actually yeah they say here it's interestingly they don't have a singular for it in this dictionary. Strange. Because it's on the form that clearly it would be something that does have it. Shamila. I feel like this is a good opportunity to go through these things again because I can't remember that. Shamila. Okay, I guess I'll have to look that up later because I can't find anything. I mean, like like the really detailed dictionaries that you would find the stuff in are just too detailed. Let me just quickly look in the al-Mu'jam. What do you call it? Al-Qamus al-Muhit.
Mm.
Even though it's not always fun to look in because it's not the normal order. We talked about it before, right?
Yeah, it's
Like
like from the last letter, right?
it's from the last letter and then the first letter, then the middle letter. So it's like Okay, I have to look for lam and then a sheen, and then sheen, and then a meme. Yeah. Uh, I mean, whatever the thing, whatever the mufrad is, I don't think we use it a lot, but still good to know.
Hmm.
Sheen. Okay, and now meme. Okay. Tell me that الشمال. الشمال الطبع جمع شمائل. So الشمال. I was thinking that too, but shimal also means what? You probably heard.
Shamal. Oh, Shamal, like north, right?
Yeah, north. But then shimal can also mean it can also mean left, right? اليمين والشمال.
Yeah, yeah. Shimal is left.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
can also mean the north wind, like a wind coming from the north or something like that. I remember that now from like Shema lessons. Uh, like it can also mean like a northerly wind, which I think in English they also call it like a northerly. And then the Jama is okay. So there's a shimal, like a shimal and a shimal with another ya, and a shimlal. They all mean the same thing. And then they have these plurals: ashmul, shama'il, shumul, and shimal. So shimal can be plural and singular. That's why it says shimal بلفظ الواحد. Okay, good to know. Also, shimal, the one we're looking at here, it means at-taba, that's someone's nature. So shama'il, like nature, natural qualities. So here khilqiyya, the physical qualities that were like innate to the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. It's actually yeah, it's always interesting reading these dictionaries. A lot of stuff you would have never heard of. Ash-shamal, ash-shawmal. Anyway, okay, so he says كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم على غاية الجمال والكمال في ذاته وأخلاقه وأفعاله وفي كل أموره صلى الله عليه وسلم. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was at the utmost limit of beauty and perfection in terms of his, I don't know, essence and his, not essence. I mean that here, how would you translate it? Like in terms of his I
His
guess here.
being. I don't.
Yeah, like I guess here it's like his form, even though it doesn't usually mean that. But I mean because it's saying that and then akhlaq, so like his physical form, his body, and his character and his actions, and in every all matters related to him sallallahu alayhi wasallam. كان صلى الله عليه وسلم أحسن الناس وجها وأحسنهم خلقا وليس بالطويل البائن الزائد الطول. So here they changed it from بالطويل الممغط or like that word that no one understands to this to make it easier. ولا بالقصير كان ربعة من الناس. Oh, sorry, من القوم. Yeah, so I think the narration says كان ربعة بين الناس. Another made it كان ربعة من القوم. جعدا رجلا ضخم الرأس واليدين والقدمين له شعر يبلغ شحمة أذنيه. Is it شعر with both فتحة and a سكون and عين?
I don't know. Sha'ar. I feel like I've heard Sha'ar. It's hard to
Uh,
tell something because like the way people pronounce it, you can't tell if they're
it's true. It is hard to tell sometimes. Well, I already
like
have the
Sha'ar.
dictionary. I already have the dictionary open, so I might as well look at it. Because these are things that like they come up all the time, so it makes sense to know them without having to check every time. Also, these things like we're gonna keep forgetting them over and over again, so you have to keep looking them up. Oh wow, this is a long entry. وَالشَّعْرُ غَلَبُ عَلَى مَنظُومِ القول. Okay, that's شعر. Because it should be شعر, but I mean شعر is the poetry of شعر. But then here شعر غلب على منظومة yeah شعر. والشعر كنصر وكرم شعرا وشعرا قاله أو شعر قاله وشعر. Okay, that's for the verb. والشعر ويحرك. Yeah, so you can do it. You can have it with a
Hmm.
فتحة. والشعر ويحرك نبتة الجسم مما ليس بسوف ولا وبر. That's how they define it. It's like the growth on the skin that's not wool, nor is it like fur. So like it's something else. It's like hair. And then plural أشعار وشعور وشعار. الواحدة شعرة. Yeah, that's why they say شعرة بيضاء. Like, وقد يكنى بها عن الجميع. Okay, so here it says يحرك, but he doesn't tell you. Yeah, so it's a fatha. Okay, so that's fine. Good to know. Okay, له شعر يبلغ شحمة أذنيه في وجهه تدوير أبيض مشرب بحمرة كأن الشمس تجري في وجهه لنورانيته صلى الله عليه وسلم. So we have to be very careful when translating this kind of stuff, because we don't want to use any translation that implies any defect. And I think a lot of people do, unfortunately, not intentionally, but because like they just say things in English that doesn't sound like a compliment. So it's tough. So he sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even when they say things like beautiful, like, because in English we don't really use it for men that much. So I think it shouldn't be overused, even though I don't think we can avoid it completely, but it shouldn't be overused, um, because it sounds feminine in English. So he sallallahu alaihi wasallam had the most handsome. He had the most handsome face. No, I mean of the people. Like, so he had the. How would you translate it in a nice way? He sallallahu alaihi wasallam had or among all people, he had the most handsome face, and he had the greatest character. He had the greatest not character. This is, yeah, the greatest character. He was the greatest character. He wasn't.
It's tamyiz, right? Both of these. وجها خلقا.
Yeah, tamyiz. This is actually the
Tamyiz.
example I used yesterday in my class. Hasuna Sultan. Because I was trying to think of a tamyiz example that wasn't like Ishruna Dularan or something like
Yeah,
that.
numbers no one understands.
Yeah, but the number thing, they were like, they did not like that. They're like, why is this not a, like, they're like, why is the ish, I said ishtaritu ishrina kitab, and they're like, why is ishrin the maf'ul bihi? Obviously you're buying the books, you're not buying the 20 and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah,
In English 20 is the sifa, like 20 books, but then in
yeah.
I was like, you just have to roll with it. I don't know what to tell you.
But
And they're like, oh, this is only for 20 and 30, 40, 50, and that's it. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And numbers are now are but numbers are hard in a lot of languages, so it's fine.
yeah,
Like even Spanish, and well, Spanish not that bad, but a lot of languages are like that. Like Urdu numbers, I don't know how to use.
yeah, I know.
So he wasn't so tall. He wasn't excessively tall, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nor was he short, and he was of median height he was like of median stature. Then of course we have other narrations that he always appeared taller than everyone else, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I know the mashayikh, they always say this is based on who's looking, right? Like they have some athar, because that's why some people said that he always looks like he's the tallest, and then other people, they came to meet him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they thought Abu Bakr was the Nabi, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you could see that, like, depending on the person, they might see something different. But he was of median stature, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ja'dan, rajulan dakhma al-ra'si wal yadaini wal qadamain. So they say ja'dan, it means like the hair, right? There was uh what was it called? Like it's not see, in the translation they wrote curly, but they usually explain jad as meaning like wavy. It's not straight and it's not curly, it's something in between, because he sallallahu alaihi wasallam was always in the middle of these extremes. So ja'dan, like wavy. I would say wavy, but it just means like not perfectly straight nor perfectly curly. Rajulan dakhma ras. Oh, rijlan, right? No, rajulan, yeah, because later they talk about the feet. No, here it is. Oh, they have Qadamain right here, yeah. So he was someone who had a well proportioned head and hands and feet. Lahu sha'arun yablughu shahmata uzunay. And he had hair that reached his earlobes. So we know that, there's at least three different lengths that they describe the hair of the Prophet ﷺ at. There's the wafra and jamra and lim. Is it limma or lemma, something like that. So they say one is like, earlobes. When they say that the muhaddithun, when they used to describe the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, not even the muhaddithun, even the Sahaba, it's reported from some of the Sahaba, when they use like gestures and things to like point at something or to show that how Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam looked, they would actually make like a tanzih, and they'd say like, oh, and his hand was not like my hand, and his ears were not like my ears. So anyway, his hair was up to his ears or up to the shoulders, and what was the third one? As wafra, jumma, and limma.
لما.
Yeah, but what was the third length that they always mention the hadith?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was in between those two, like up to the neck, if I remember correctly. But of course, hair grows, right? So they're just describing the hair at different lengths, at different, and then, they also have other descriptions like braided hair, which was something that the Arabs used to do, right? The conquest of Mecca, the hair of the Prophet ﷺ, there were four braids. They say there's two braids really, and then one from here, one from here, they're connected to below the ear, and one from here, one from here, and then connected below the ear. That's the style he was wearing, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he at the conquest of Mecca. If you Google it, you can see some like Yemenis and people still do that kind of thing. I've heard.
Just,
What do you
sorry,
say?
continue. No, continue.
Sorry, what do you say?
No, no, continue. I didn't
Oh,
want to
okay.
cut you.
No, I was just saying if you, I was just trying to remember the name in Arabic that you need to Google to find that, but I can't remember it right now. But if you look in the Shama'il, in the chapter of the hair, you'll see they have those narrations about at the conquest of Makkah. So if you look up that term, you'll find these images of how people have it now in a similar style. And that was normal for the Arabs. But it wasn't like all the hair was braided. It's just like there were braids in the hair. وفي وجهه في وجهه تدوير. There was some roundness in his face. So they say some or slight roundness because there's other descriptions that say it wasn't rounded. Because a too round of a face, like people, that's not a good quality. Like people don't usually admire that. And then too straight of a face, a long face, also people don't find that attractive. So he was in the perfect medium. أبيض مشرب بحمرة. Because the hair is like I always have debates around how to translate this. So he had a fair complexion with some amount of redness in it, or like mushrub. Literally, it's like the whiteness is drinking some red, right? So it's basically like a fair complexion with some redness. So not like a European pale white, right? But not also completely like Mediterranean Greek looking. Like you have like almost it's like a lot of redness, meaning almost trending towards brown. So it's like in between those. And we know we have like a lot of black nationalist types who like try to say that he was like black. That's what they say. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Which of course there's nothing wrong with it in and of itself, but it's not true. It's simply not accurate historically. Just like, it's like we say the names of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you can't just make them up. So same thing, you can't make up qualities like that. So like, like that's why we say that we say we can give the Prophet ﷺ any kind of praise. But of course it has to actually be true. So if I say that like, oh, An-Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the greatest king of England who ever lived, like that's praise, but it's obviously false, so you can't use it. Um, كأن الشمس تجري في وجهه لنورانيته. That's pretty poetic. It was as if the sun, I don't even know how to say this in English. The sun Jara Yajri, like to,
Like flowing.
yeah, but like it sounds kind of weird. The sun,
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. Yeah.
yeah, let me see what they see in the translation. It says, owing to his luminance, okay, he's translating it backwards. Owing to his luminance, it was as though the sun permeated his face. So, I guess that's good. I guess it's okay. It still sounds kind of strange, but I don't know a better way to say it. So, to be honest, if I was translating this, I would just completely replace it with with an English expression, even if it doesn't match the literal meaning, because I don't know how you could. So like you could say like the sun, it was as if his face was like the sun blazing forth or something like that. That's Shakespeare, I think.
Mm.
Okay.
Also, going back, what is the إعراب of رجلا here? Like after جعدا رجلا. Uh, so جعدا
كان
is
ربعة من القوم جعدا رجلا. So I think
جعدا is خبر كان, right?
yeah,
كان
خبر كان. I mean ربعة is first خبر كان.
first كان ربعة من القوم جعدا. Yeah.
You can either make it a tabi' or you can make it more خبر كان. If you really wanna, if you really don't know what to do, you just do atf bayan. That's what I was always taught.
Yeah, yeah.
No, because it
Okay.
wouldn't, because it would like they say it's better not to make more khabars just like that, right? Like for like kana, even though it could technically you could have khabar kana again and again and again, but uh you could also say, would that work? No, obviously badal wouldn't work here. It wouldn't make sense. But yeah, I guess I would still say khabar kana here because it's like the most obvious thing. If you want, you can say kana mahdufa again and again. But yeah, because حذف كان مع اسمها حذف كان مع اسمها يعني كثيرا في لغة العرب, so it's not like a problem or anything.
Mm.
That's what I would say. What are you thinking?
I mean, but what's it? Like, isn't it أولى to not do تقدير? So,
Yeah, I mean it's
I
Ola, so
mean,
that's true.
I guess,
It is Ola,
yeah, I don't know.
but then
Maybe
I
it
don't know.
makes
Like,
sense.
can you think of something that makes more sense? I'm not sure. Oh, Naz,
Yeah, hello
Naz, welcome back.
again.
Have any thoughts, Naz? Okay. Let's. Okay, why don't you continue with the next paragraph? Let's see if we can think of anything about that. Because in the hadith, in the actual narration, I don't think it's like that. It says,
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
yeah. Okay, go ahead. I think your sound is your. I think your connection is freezing, or maybe mine, because I keep frozen right
إذا
now.
مشى صلى الله عليه وسلم تقلع كأنما إذا التفت مع my internet's terrible right now. You hear me by the way?
Okay.
Is it
Now I can. I think I can hear you now.
voice cutting?
It's just delayed.
Do you hear me?
I hear you, but it's delayed. I think.
Yeah, it's my voice is cutting off. I don't know. I
Okay.
think.
You can just you
Uh,
can turn off your video. Maybe that'll help.
yeah, maybe. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
وإذا التفت معا بين خاتم النبوة وسلم خاتم النبي. Uh, it's like when it's like pulling, right? But it's as if
Uh, yeah, sorry, you're still getting cut off a bit. Like it's kind of
is. You hear me? But I don't know why the
I can hear you
Wi-Fi
right
is.
now, but I think I'm hearing you late.
Okay, okay, inshallah, I'll just restart it. So, yeah, إذا مشى, when he would walk, صلى الله عليه وسلم, تقول, how do you even translate that? Like,
It's like walking
and-
forcefully or even marching.
but isn't it
You know?
like when you're pulling your legs up, like you're doing it
Yeah,
with
yeah, you're
force?
putting your legs up, so like you're lifting your legs more. It's like almost like a march.
Okay, okay.
And you know
تقول,
that's why the mushrikun of Makkah would actually make fun of him for his walk, sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
nice.
Yeah.
Hmm. As if he was like plucking or ينحطه? Is that what it is?
Uh,
ينحطه.
Yanhattu, no, Yanhattu, like Inhatta means to like descend, right?
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So it's like you're
ينحط.
walking down a hill or a mountain, so you kind of lift your legs more and you like make your back straight so you don't fall over or like lean forward too much.
I see.
Okay, sorry.
Cool.
Yo, actually before we said wakana ja'dan, it is rajilan. It is rajilan. I was like doubting myself. So it's kana ja'dan rajilan. So
Hmm.
rajilan means um
So it'd
that's
be
also
تمييز then.
kana ja'dan rajilan. Yeah, I mean you mean the ja'dan part. I mean the rajilan part, right?
Yeah, yeah, رجل, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's still part of the description of the hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm just looking up in the I'll quickly look up in al-Bajuri. You know why I got confused? Because look, it's rajulan marbu'an. That's how it is in this hadith. And then later it says rajulan ja'dan. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you can continue. Or maybe you are continuing. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. ينحط من صبب. صبب is I forgot what that means.
It's just like I think it's any kind of height, but we can look up the exact word to be sure.
I know
Coming
sub is
down
like to
from us.
pour something, but
So,
sabab,
oh, you're right. Sub is to pour something, but a suburb, I think it's like a height. Let's just quickly look it up. Um,
sabab.
Suburb, yeah, slope, incline. I mean, I only know that because of the Shema. It's in the Shema that word. Otherwise, I don't think it's like I don't know how much it's actually used.
Okay. And when he would turn. I guess man here is like completely.
Yeah, here completely ma'an like your whole body, right? All the parts of the body together, ma'an.
Yeah, so he's saying like his whole body. Okay. Yeah.
So what would a ma'an be here, raw boys?
التفت معا بحال.
Yeah, I guess it could be hal. I was thinking like sifa li maf'ul mutlaq muqaddar, like التفت ارتفاعا معا. Oh, that's not a sifa then. That would still be hal. I guess hal, yeah, hal would make sense.
Yeah,
Or
because the cave, right? Like
or is it possible to be tamyiz before what kind of iltifat?
التفت.
Like I was thinking iltifatan ma'an, like a mahduf, مفعول مطلق مقدر and then ma'an. I'm
I
not sure.
don't I don't think it would be تمييز though, because isn't تمييز لبيان عين المراد?
Yeah, yeah,
And this is not the عين, this is not like the murad. It's just
yeah.
like
You're right.
a
You're right. Yeah.
حال of
By
yeah.
the way, the other thing was limma, the other hair thing, not lemma. Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, so I think it's حال then, right? Because it's
yeah,
not
it
like the
could be hal.
murad.
I'm trying to find all these, but he mixed all the things together, so it's hard to find the hadith. Okay, yeah, good. So yeah, when he turns, meaning he's turning towards someone to talk to them, like he'll turn completely. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
So I said, so yeah, continue or
Oh yeah, go ahead.
okay. بين كتفيه خاتم النبوة. Between his two shoulders was the seal of prophethood. وصلى الله عليه وسلم خاتم النبيين. And he صلى الله عليه وسلم is the seal of the prophets.
Oh, good. So yeah, it could be khatam or khatim. There's lughatan and the qira'at mutawatira for both.
It's like the Qadiani trope, like
Yeah,
typical argument.
yeah. They use that other qira'at to try to argue it, right, somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, he
Uh,
can
okay, قال رحمه الله إذا تكلم صلى الله عليه وسلم تكلم بأشداقه. كلامه كلامه فصل لا نظرة ولا هزرة. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. أحسن الناس صوتا في كلامه ترتيل وترسيل. يقول ناعته لم أرى قبله ولا بعده مثله صلى الله عليه وسلم. I don't know some of these words, but when he would speak صلى الله عليه وسلم, he would speak بأشداقه.
So
أشداق.
basically it means like you can that you can actually see you can see the jawbone like moving. I remember that from like the Sharh of the Hadith. The ashtaq, I guess it's so you could see his jawbone actually moving while speaking. Something. So he wouldn't like mutter, with his mouth closed, alayhi salatu wassalam. But ashdaq, let's just what is verb for number 7? Is it ifta'ala?
I think it's in فعل.
Okay, so then in shadaqa means to speak in an unrestrained, like to talk in a loud manner. But here, ashdaq. Oh yeah, so see shidq, and then plural is ashdaq, corner of the mouth of jawbone. So you can say dahika bimil'i shidqayhi, which is like to grin, to smile like from ear to ear. So I guess this is an expression meaning to speak like with a full mouth.
Okay. كلامه فصل. His speech was what does that mean? Like كلامه فصل.
Yeah, it wasn't like
Divided.
fast and running together. So it's like enunciated, like you say, enunciate properly.
Okay. كلامه
Like
فصل.
he's pronouncing every word clearly and not like, mumbling together, at least that's the
أساسا لا نظرة ولا هزرة. Is this لا نفي الجنس or
Yeah, la nafil
that's
jins.
what's supposed to be, right? Okay, yeah, that's good.
Ism la, and then it can't have tanween, right? So
Yeah.
la
That's,
nazra wa la hazra. So from what I remember, la nazra, la hazra, like he wouldn't say like random vain things, like no idle talk and not like little things that nobody cares about. But if there's a expression nazran, hazran, like basically nonsense. That's
is
what
that
I.
in Arabic?
Yeah, it's like a ta'bir, like
Okay.
about something like that. I'm sure I can find it right now. So yeah, they say yeah, little, insignificant, petty, that kind of thing.
Okay. نزل لا نظرة ولا هزرة. أحسن الناس صوتا. The best of people in terms of speech. في
Well,
كلامه
I think here
ترتيل.
the sots is
Oh,
like
his voice.
right.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, voice. Um, في كلامه ترتيل وترسيل. In his speech, ترتيل like Eloquence or
Um, yeah, like Tarsil. I know Tarsil. They say like, oh, he speaks deliberately, like thinking about what he says. So I think Tartil and Tarsil together would have that meaning here, like deliberation or something like that in a speech.
hmm.
Because I don't think we would take Tartil in the. I mean, the fact that he spoke fasl is also means like, oh, he enunciated all the letters. So even if you did take Tartil in that sense, but of course not. It's not like super slow. It would still be something that's So I think it's just articulated. It's that proper articulation for tartil here, not like tartil that we use with the Quran.
Okay. يقول ناعته. So his, I don't know, what is a naa'it? I don't know.
You probably heard na'at and man'ut.
Oh, like someone who, oh, so it's like someone who describes. Okay,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Okay, I didn't even make that connection. All right, yeah,
The wasif, right? Wasif, not na'at.
I see. Okay, this is the Kufi and say naat, right?
Yeah, they said not, but
Basrin, yeah, they say sifa.
sifa, yeah, masuf.
I like sifa. I don't know.
I think they were just used to it also.
Yeah, just uh, so his describer says, I have لم أنا قبله. I didn't see before him or after him anyone like him. So I said,
So that, but also, it's also the this desi nasheed thing, right? Not.
oh yeah, naat.
Yeah, I think it's the same word because usually it's describing like the Prophet ﷺ or the Awliya or something like that.
I didn't actually know it was connected. SubhanAllah. Okay.
I mean, it's spelled the same way, so I'm assuming, but I don't actually know what the history or something. Okay, you can do the next paragraph too.
Okay. شمائله الخلقية. It's like internal, his internal attributes or qualities, like
Yeah,
his
or I
characters,
guess yeah, character. Yeah.
character qualities. Yeah. قال رحمه الله ونفعنا بعلومهم في الدارين. كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أوسع الناس صدرا وألينهم عريكة وأكرمهم عشرة وأعظمهم جودا من رآه بديهة هابه ومن خالطه معرفة أحبه قد أعلم الله الخلق بنبوته من عظمة أخلاقه قال تعالى في القرآن الكريم وإنك وإنك لعلى خلق عظيما كان صلى الله عليه وسلم. Okay, yeah, let's
Whatever
translate.
you want. Yeah.
Is it the same paragraph or?
I mean, paragraphs don't even matter, I guess. But go ahead, you can
Yeah,
read the next one too.
okay. كان صلى الله عليه وسلم أصدق الناس لهجة ولم يسمع أحد منه قط كذبا لا في أمور الدين ولا في أمور الدنيا لا بعد النبوة ولا قبلها حتى عرف منذ نشأته بالصادق الأمين صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Wow, that's,
Yeah. So the Prophet ﷺ was the most expansive of people. Sadran, like what does that even mean? Like in
Yeah, I
knowledge?
mean, it's like an expression to mean that he was very noble and generous and like welcoming of people. But yeah, literally, it's like the widest chest, right? But I think it's an expression to mean, he's like, like we say in English too, big-hearted. He has like a big
Yeah,
heart.
like big hearted.
Yeah, so it's like that.
Okay. وألينهم عريكة. And the most like softest or
Yeah, soft-natured or
soft nature.
gentle-natured.
Okay, yeah, like softest in Arika, Arika,
Ikatan is yeah, it's like
like
it's basically here it's like the nature. Let's just find the exact word. Yeah, arika, disposition, temper, nature.
okay.
So like I guess in English we also say like soft-tempered, good-tempered or something like that. Good-natured also.
Isn't laying okay? I guess it doesn't matter,
I
but
mean it is soft, like soft. Yeah, that's why I was saying soft-natured, but yeah, I guess it depends on how you want to translate it.
I mean, 'cause I always heard it means because na'im is soft and then laying is flexible, right? But
Hmm. Yeah,
uh,
like here if you translate it flexible, it would sound odd, but yeah, I mean you're right. That's like not the same exact thing.
yeah, I mean, I
Because
guess
they use that with people a lot that he rajulun layyin, like meaning he's like good natured. Like, he gets along with everyone.
Yeah. Okay. وأكرمهم عشرة, and the most noble of them in socially.
Yeah, like getting like socializing with others and being good
Yeah,
company.
socially.
Yeah.
Yeah. وعدهم جودا, and the greatest of them in goodness, like kindness
Well, Jude specifically means
or
like
generosity.
yeah, generosity. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Generosity. Jude. Uh, but من رآه بديهة هابه. Whoever
Uh, let's see.
right off that like instantly, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like whoever sees them, like all of a sudden.
Okay, all of a sudden would but how would I have is like a heba, right? Like you would have they
Yeah,
would have an an
he'd be
awe,
like in awe of
an
him.
awe
Yeah, yeah,
of them. Okay, but yeah, because I just remembered from in kalam like the badihi.
yeah.
It's like
Badi.
I'm
Yeah, so it's
badihi.
like you understand it immediately, right?
That's the only reason I knew
Yeah,
that. بديهة. ومن خالته معرفة أحبه, and whoever mixed or was mixed with him. I mean, not mixed would be kind of weird,
yeah. I
but
mean, you mix with him, meaning like you see him frequently. It's not like oh, you saw him once all of a sudden. So like
yeah, or like yeah,
yeah, you associate with him or see him regularly. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
awesome. Whoever yeah would be with him. معرفة أحبه, like knowingly or knowing him.
I guess whoever I guess ma'rifatan here would be khalatahu. Uh, like he sees him in a way that he gets to know him, not like he sees him like suddenly and didn't know him. It was like awestruck for the first time. But ma'rifatan here would be
This be a hal or
yeah, but it wouldn't make sense, right? It would be like
oh actually yeah,
yeah,
خالته معرفة, yeah.
trying to because you know he's changing the wording of the hadith. So now I'm trying to think of what was the word they used before. من خالته معرفة أحبه. Actually, this is an exact quote. So من عاشره معاشرة معرفة. So here they actually made it a they put in a مفعول مطلق and then it's مضاف to this word معرفة.
Okay.
So من عاشره معاشرة معرفة. أو لأجل المعرفة. So it could be مفعول لأجله also.
لأجله.
Yeah. I'm just reading from Bajuri. Bajuri is a nice short commentary on Shema at-Tirmidhi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Okay. And then wait, so من رآه بديهة would that be مفعول فيه then, or
Um,
it has to do with like zaman, right? Like related to the zaman.
that's true, but it's من
من
رآه
رآه
بديهة.
بديهة.
Yeah, it's like the kayfiyya also of like the ru'ya in a way.
So
من
would it be?
رآه بديهة. Okay, yeah. Well, the way he explains it here is من رآه قبل النظر في أخلاقه العالية وأحواله السنية خافه. So the way he put it here is kind of like a maf'ul fihi before getting to know him in a way.
من رآه, because it's saying suddenly. I mean, that's how you translate it, suddenly,
Yeah,
or
suddenly. Yeah, so I think maf'ul fihi could work.
it's like ظرفية. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
darf,
guess.
yeah.
And then ومن خالته معرفة. So then معرفة then would be, you said, what is it, مفعول مطلق?
Well here it's either maf'ul like the maf'ul mutlaq is mahdhuf and this used to be the mudaf ilayh for it so
Oh
it's
yeah.
man asharahu mu'asharata ma'rifatin but or the other one is li ajl al-ma'rifa.
Okay. But is that really true? Like people would actually, yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, you know
people
like
would spend
a lot
time
of
with him
senior a
just to
lot of
know him.
senior
Yeah.
sahaba also they said that they didn't look at him uh directly in the gathering and stuff.
Yeah.
What you're saying which part is which part true?
No, the Ma'rifah. No, I guess that, yeah, that makes sense. I guess if it's for Ajli, is like they're meeting him just to try to get to know him, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, I guess they would all try to meet him as much as possible just to have more ma'rifah of him.
yeah,
So
listen. All right. Would love him, and then كان على الله تعالى بنبوته, and indeed, or certainly أعلم الله خلقه. Allah informed the creation with his prophethood.
Well, I
من
guess
عدم
informed of,
من عظمة.
right?
Oh, sorry, informed. Yeah, informed of.
Yeah.
Yeah, informed of his. Yeah. Yeah, I was just translating it literally, kind of. So أعلم
Yeah.
الله. من عظمة أخلاقه. أعلم الله. Wait, so this is متعلق قد علم الله الخلق بنبوته من عظمة أخلاقه. Oh
Uh,
no, sorry. This is related to what's after, right? من عظمة أخلاقه, and then he says, so it's like قال تعالى في القرآن الكريم من عظمة أخلاقه. Would it be like that?
but وقد أعلم الله الخلق بنبوته من عظمة أخلاقه قال تعالى في القرآن
Is
الكريم.
it مقدم or
I guess it could be, but yeah, I thought it was connected to what's before, but then what would the min be متعلق? Uh,
yeah? Because the part after is the ayah about his khuluq.
unless you
So
consider, no, yeah, it doesn't really make sense. The Nabuwa is not part of his عظمة أخلاقه. Yeah, that's a little odd. He translated it here as like in a connected way. He said, Allah informed creation of his prophethood and exalted character when He Most High said in the Quran, and you stand upon an exalted standard of character.
there's no atf
Yeah,
though. Like
yeah, there's no atf.
if
من
there was a that
عظمة أخلاقه قال تعالى. Even that is a little odd. It should have been من عظمة أخلاقه ما قال تعالى or something like that. Um,
actually yeah, that doesn't make sense either. قد علم الله الخلق من عظمة.
I don't know. I don't know if Naz is there. He has a new edition. I might have made a correction, but قد أعلم الله الخلق بنبوته من عظمة أخلاقه. Yeah, I'm not sure where the what the connection is here. A little bit odd.
It'd be like ومن عظمة أخلاقه.
Yeah, but even that, it would still be odd wording. ومن عظمة أخلاقه قال تعالى.
Or it should be وعن, right? وعن عظمة أخلاقه.
Oh, قد أعلم الله على الخلق. Oh no, no, don't look if you're driving. Um, so قد أعلم تعالى بنبوته, like وبعظمة أخلاقه would make sense.
would be. That would be.
Yeah, but that's obviously not what it is here. So yeah, I'm not sure. The way he translated it, I don't see how he got that, to be honest. Let me see if maybe is this possible. This is quoting a hadith as well, but I don't remember a hadith like that with the ayah quoted in the hadith. So I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me mark this place and then we'll try to come back to it and see like what's going on over here. Yeah, I guess you can keep going for now. I guess no point of just
Yeah.
trying to figure it out based on this.
من عظمة أخلاقه. So from the greatness of his character, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, in the noble Quran, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ, and indeed you are upon a great or great character.
Yeah, I liked the Pickthall, Marmaduke Pickthall.
Yeah, yeah.
His translation is kind of nice. I always remember because I saw it like in the that green Shama'il book. It's like the translation of an Urdu commentary, Muhammad Zakaria Kandahlawi. It's like everywhere. So in that one, in the very beginning of it, they actually had this ayah and the translation from Pickthall, and it's like this. And lo, thou art of an exalted nature. I always like that. An exalted nature. It sounds like really nice. And khuluq can also be like a nature, so actually it's really nice. I don't know how the rest of the translation is, but I didn't use Pickthall much, but I always like that translation. And lo, thou art of a exalted nature. Um, yeah. So okay, let me just read this one more time. من رآه بديهة هابه ومن خالته معرفة أحبه قد أعلم الله الخلق بنبوته من عظمة أخلاقه قال تعالى في القرآن الكريم وإنك على خلق عظيم. It still doesn't make sense to me. I'm not sure. I guess I'll do the next few lines and then we'll. It's I guess. Oh, we're probably not gonna finish this today because it's actually very long. So let's just keep going as much as we can. كان صلى الله عليه وسلم أصدق الناس لهجة فلم يسمع أحد منه. Oh, you already read this. Why didn't you translate it?
Did I read this?
Yeah, you
Or
already read it in Arabic,
oh,
right? Didn't you?
I think I did actually. Yeah.
I was
Oh
gonna
yeah, I did.
and say you can say كذي. Oh, whoops. You can say كذبا. You can also say
Give,
كذبا. Yeah,
give.
but either way.
Yeah, actually, I did read it. Yeah, okay, I remember. Uh, yeah, I'll just try to ignore any little minor details so we can get through it. The process and he saw was the most truthful of people in speech,
Yeah, lahja, we usually use it for like dialect or something, but here in the meaning of speech.
and no one had heard, not a single person had heard from him at all any lie, like
Yeah,
any
like
lie
ever heard from him a lie. Yeah.
ever heard from any lie, not in his not in matters of deen or religion, even like religion. I never like that as a transit. I feel like Islam is like it's more than religion because the way they use religion today, it's like
Yeah, I think the way they use religion today, then it's not like the people don't understand from what we want them to understand. Though in terms of like the actual what religion means, like from this Latin root, I think it does make sense because it's also basically like a way of life. But yeah, the way we use it now is not really, people don't get the right idea. But I guess you could say way of life. I don't know of a better way to do it.
yeah. I mean, religion, I guess, is
Yeah, I don't
easy.
know what else to use.
One word translation. Yeah, but not
Yeah,
in his Umur ad-Din, in the matters of religion or in the matters of the worldly affairs.
yeah.
Not after prophethood and not before it, like not after his prophethood or before it. Until he was known.
So this
Since
kind of
his
hatta, this hatta is not like the ghaya, so not really until, it's more like what do
حتى
you call it?
oh, like even like
So it's
to
like
the
such
extent that
that,
maybe
yeah, that one, yeah.
yeah, okay, I see. حتى عرف. So he was until the extent that he was known since his birth or nashat or
Like
his uprising. Sorry, uprising.
upbringing, yeah.
Yeah, upbringing. Nasha'a. Okay. Nasha'atihi. Since his uprising with the truthful and the trustworthy. Sallallahu
So then, yeah. So I would say upbringing, like uprising would be like a rebellion or
Oh yeah,
something.
upbringing. Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's upbringing.
yeah. I'll do this next paragraph. وكان صلى الله عليه وسلم أشجع الناس. Also, when reading continuously, we should say sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's no reason to stop on it, right? We're just so used to it, but there's no reason to stop on it if we're doing wasl. وكان صلى الله عليه وسلم أشجع الناس فلم. I don't actually like when they put it in like a little symbol like this instead of my normal text. I don't know why, but I never liked it. Also, lafzul jalala, if you look carefully, it never matches the font that they're using. And this one, maybe it does, but if you look carefully when they're using a different font, because a lot of fonts don't have a special symbol for lafzul jalala, so it just uses the one from the standard font, and then it doesn't match the rest of the font, so it ends up being like smaller or look out of place. I don't know if you ever looked at the fonts closely, but that's how it usually is, unfortunately,
Okay.
because that's just a software issue. But وكان صلى الله عليه وسلم أشجع الناس فلم يفر أمام العدو. فر يفر، لم يفر أمام العدو ولم يتزحزح وإن عظم الخطب وقل العدد، كما في يوم بدر وحنين. وكان يتقدم الصفوف ويخترق جيش العدو بنفسه، فما يطيق أشجع الناس سنيئة. نعم. بل كان الأبطال، جمع بطل، جمع. Whoops. Okay, I'm just gonna write here. بطل, like a hero. كان الأبطال يتقون what is it? يتقون به العدو. قال سيدنا علي رضي الله عنه: كنا إذا اشتد البأس واحمرت الحدق اتقينا برسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فما يكون أحد أقرب إلى العدو منه. So he, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was the most courageous of people. He never fled from the enemy. Literally, he never fled in front of the enemy. ولم يتزحزح وإن عظم الخط وقل العدد. He never became like, taken aback, or he never flinched, I guess, even if the enemy was or like how, not the enemy, even if the no matter how bad things were, basically, like, no matter how great was the event, great in the sense of like how huge it was, and how few were the numbers of the people, meaning on his side, just like the day of Badr and Hunain. So the Hunain is the most famous example of it, but Badr also. وكان يتقدم الصفوف, and he used to be at the front line. He used to be in the front lines. He would be in the front. He was like leading from the front, alayhi salatu wasalam. وَيَخْتَرِقُ الْجَيْشَ الْعَدُوُّ بِنَفْسِهِ. And he would, like, اخترق, to like, break something up. So he's like breaking through the enemy lines himself. He would, yeah, I think I would just say it that way. He would break through the enemy lines himself. فما يطيق أشجع. So the bravest, even the bravest of people wouldn't be able to do what he did. لا يطيق صنيعه صلى الله عليه وسلم. بل كان الأبطال, even the heroes, the great warriors, let's say, would take refuge in him from the enemy, or like basically like hide behind him, but not necessarily literally, but they would, but actually that was literal. At Hunayn it was literal. They hid behind him and he was in the front. But they would hide behind him in the face of the enemy, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So يتقون به العدو, uh, or like seek refuge in him from the enemy, that kind of thing. قال سيدنا علي رضي الله عنه. So I guess our master Ali رضي الله عنه said, كنا إذا اشتد. So if the situation became really severe, I know like بأس اشتد البأس, like if you want to be literal, it's like when the harm became severe, but it doesn't sound good. So when things became dire, let's say, when things became dire, and the وحمرت الحدق, and the hadaq is like the uh, I guess the hostilities, like like it sometimes can mean like something sharp, I think, but here it would be, I'm thinking of the wrong word, al-hidq. Okay, no, actually, that's not what I was thinking of. Hadaqa, plural hadaq, the people of the eye. Okay, not that one. Actually, kind of makes sense to be that one. Ihmar al-hadaq, when the pupils became red, meaning things became severe. That would actually make sense if that's the expression, but I'm just making sure that there's nothing that makes more sense. Because they also use hadaka to surround something or encircle someone, so you'd also use that in a military meeting. Ihtaq. So I'm not sure if it's this phrase or the first one, but إذا اشتد البأس وحمرت الحدق. So when things became really bad, that's how I'm interpreting it. But I guess literally you could say when the pupils became red, like eyes become red when things are bad. اتقينا برسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. We would hide behind him or take protection from him. فما يكون أحد أقرب إلى العدو منه. So no one would, and no because nobody would be closer to the enemy than him, صلى الله عليه وسلم. Let's just finish the page and then we'll start on the next page. So Omar, why don't you just finish up the page?
All right. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال رحمه الله. أوكي. وكان صلى الله عليه وسلم كثير المشاورة لأصحابه مع تأييد الوحي له من ربه فاقتد أيها المؤمن به. Wait, no. Sorry.
Uh, I
It's
think he's talking to you again.
Sorry?
I think he's talking to you again. He's talking to the reader in this last part.
So he's saying, فقتد. Is it فقتد?
No, اقتدى يقتدي. So it would be, it's like, what's another verb like that? So فاقتدي, that's the command. Because the ya حرف العلة.
It's محذوف. فقتدي أيها المؤمن به. I don't even know. I don't even know what word is this from?
اقتدى, like a muqtadi in prayer.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Prophet ﷺ was he would engage in a lot of counseling with his, or
I guess taking
taking
counsel.
counsel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like taking counsel with his companions, with the assistance of revelation from his Lord. Yeah.
I think ma'a here is a different meaning.
مع تأييد الوحي.
Like you're right with, but like we're saying like more like even though.
Okay.
Like even though he was
Well,
a
regardless of like,
he asked for mashwara, and then why, and that's basically why he says the next thing.
I see. Okay.
I mean, actually, he doesn't say it explicitly, but because to make an example for us, because Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam didn't need any
Yeah.
counsel, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay. Though he was accompanied with assistance of revelation from his Lord. فاقتدي أيها المؤمن به. So follow, so O believer, فاقتدي, like follow him with
Yeah, the
به. What
B,
is
the
it
B
be?
is connected to I say اقتدى عمران بعمر في الصلاة, so like you led me.
But the had, the damir is going back to with
Uh,
him
yeah, with sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
also. Okay.
By the way,
He,
this word, how do you read it? That I wrote. That's a sheen, by the way, in the middle.
oh, the shin.
Yeah, sorry.
Mashwara?
Yeah, so mashwara is one way. There's another way too. Um,
Mishwara?
no, you could say mashura. And the
Mashura.
reason that I'm pointing this out is because like some people they say like, oh, this is say it wrong because they say it one or the other. So I'd actually looked it up myself, and they're both right.
Okay.
I was actually like I was interested because a lot of words get changed in Urdu, but this one apparently both forms are actually from Arabic originally. So yeah. Even though I can't find it right now, but I looked it up before.
Uh, all right, next,
Oh yeah,
Jared.
sorry. Let me just zoom out. Go ahead.
Okay, قال رحمه الله وكان صلى الله عليه وسلم عظيم الرحمة والشفقة وكان صلى الله عليه وسلم يؤانس نساءه ويعاونهن في الشؤون المنزلية وكان يكرمهن ويعنى بتربية المرأة على الأخلاق القرآنية. And the Prophet ﷺ was great in mercy and compassion. And he ﷺ would be, Yuanis is like intimacy, right? Or
Yeah, but it's more like uns. It's like not just intimacy. It's like between friends you would also have uns. Like so, it's more like so being sociable, I guess, or like socializing with, or I don't know what's a good anasa you anisu to be oh here it just says to be friendly, to be nice to them, or to entertain them, amuse them, that kind of thing.
Mhm. Okay, be friendly and yeah, nice, I guess, towards his women. ويعاون ويعاون في الشؤون. And he would help them in their in home matters of the home.
Yeah,
وكان يكرمهن, and he would honor them,
good.
and he would be ويعنى به, and was uh, concerned or
Yeah.
concerned with the تربية, like تربية is how do you translate, like
Uh,
discipline, not
yeah, I guess
like,
this one is too strong. Maybe
yeah,
like
it sounds like
not training. Like what's a good word? Uh, teach not teach like teaching them, but like basically by
instruction,
example. What do you say?
like instruction.
Yeah, instruction, I guess. I mean, I don't know what's a good way to put it, but yeah, like, instruction's fine.
Discipline, like it just sounds harsh,
Yeah,
but
it sounds like a lot harsher than I think tarbiyah is. Here he said nurturing. That's nice.
yeah, nurturing, that could work. Yeah, so he would not honor that and would be concerned with their nurturing of the women of the women. Yeah, on upon uh, Quranic character.
Good. So
Or-
here, yu'na, so we have this like, this is an interesting word. Like uniya means the same thing as ana. Even so, here the majhul, mabni lil majhul, mabni lil ma'lum are the same thing, and ya'ni means the same thing as yu'na. They say so. من حسن إسلام المرء تركه ما لا يعنيه. But then yu'na means the same thing pretty much.
Hmm,
That's kind of interesting. I don't really know why that's the case, but
yeah.
yeah, like they always use oniya instead of I know I never saw ana actually. They always say oniya for like to be
Hmm.
concerned with something. But then in the hadith we have ya'ni to be that doesn't concern him. Mala ya'ni.
Hmm. وكان صلى الله عليه وسلم يلاطف الصغار وإذا لقيهم بدأهم بالتحية.
Good.
آه،
Should it be وإذا لقيهم?
لقي
لقي
yeah.
يلقى, right?
لقيهم
Yeah.
sorry لقيهم وإذا لقيهم بدأهم بالتحية. لقي okay, yeah, yeah. ويكرم البنت إذا رزق بها ويعاملها بالأريحية، بالأريحية، ويحث على تعليم الأطفال دينهم ودنياهم والمساواة بينهم في العطية. So the Prophet ﷺ, uh, would be gentle with the young, the small,
Yeah.
and when he would meet them, he would start with the greeting, with greeting them.
Yeah, even though it's really their responsibility to start the greeting because they're the younger ones. But yeah.
Okay. ويكرم البنت, and he would honor, and would treat them, or would deal with them بالأريحية. أريحية, like
What is that إذا رزق بها?
like gentleness.
Yeah, الرياحية is like to be like yeah, to be like easygoing and like generous with them. الرياح. Let me just الرياحية.
أريحية.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it now.
رزق به, like it means like to be granted, right? Like
Yeah, so like the
provided with.
Naib Fa'il is the huwa going back to him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then biha is the connected to it. So he's granted a daughter, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if he was granted a daughter, and he was, of course, several times. Oh, okay. So actually, ariyahiyya is coming from ra, waw, ha. So for raha yaruhu, they have both. There's some debate. Is it ra, waw, ha, or ra, ya, ha? And then ariyahiyya is okay. So ariyahi is to be generous or liberal, open-handed. Ariyahi. So here, ariyahiyya is the masdar sinai from that. So ariyahiyya, generosity, munificence. It's an interesting form.
The mic keeps cutting out. I heard like, can
Okay. Yeah, maybe it's my internet. I don't
you hear
know.
me?
I can hear you, but I think it's delayed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I heard like the stuff you said.
Um, okay, so yeah, I'll just finish myself because then it'll come up in the recording. So then he says, ويحث على تعليم الأطفال دينهم ودنياهم والمساواة بينهم في العطية. And he would encourage and urge, people, meaning to teach the children their deen and their dunya, and so like, what they need for both realms, and he would teach people to be equal between the children in terms of giving, because it's makruh generally to give one child more than the other, with some major exceptions. So I think we'll just stop here because also the internet is acting up anyway. And inshallah
I
we'll
think
next week. Yeah, sorry, your mic's delayed also, so I'm just gonna stop here. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.